Hello there, welcome. If you're watching this, that means you're a passionate, aspiring IT professional with more than 10 years of experience. Do you want to become an IT director, vice president, and even CIO eventually? Without costly university education, MBA, decades of leadership experience, or bunch of certifications. You're at the right place. I am Raj Polanki, your CIO mentor. Let's learn how to fast track your leadership career. To start with, climbing up the corporate ladder to top leadership roles is not easy. It is even more difficult in information technology. If someone says it is easy, don't trust them. But I have 3 secrets which could help your leadership career. Before I share those 3 secrets with you, let me share my career journey. If I had to put my 27 years of career into these 3 phases, and I'm plotting this between time versus value. You can see time on the bottom, which is in experience in years, and value. And when I started my career, I was a hardware engineer. And fast forward in 27 years, I am a CIO for a US division of a global manufacturing company. The first phase of this career was survival. At that point of time, my focus was just to keep the job, just to survive the job so I don't get fired from the job. And after 10 years, I started thinking, how can I become a leader? What do I need to do to grow my career? So I started my quest for leadership growth. That's the phase I call as struggle. And I asked a bunch of people who are around me, and they said, you should do an MBA. That is how you're going to get into leadership roles. So I thought, that sounds good. Let me get MBA from a top university. So I spent $100,000 from University of Michigan. I got my MBA. And after that, I went for an interview to get selected for even a supervisor job, not even a manager job. But I couldn't get selected. I'm like, what is it missing? What do I need to do after this? I thought I need more certifications. So I took more certifications. Technically, I was proven as an expert. I gained a certain respect, but that didn't got me into leadership roles. So I continued my quest, my search. So I did more hard work and I read bunch of books. I took coaching, courses. I spent $10,000 on one-to-one coaching and bunch of other money for group coachings. And I even went to MIT Sloan, part of executive education. And after 20 years, everything started coming together. Not by accident, by trying, by experimenting, by learning from other leaders, asking them the questions and observing, and everything started coming together. Then I became my third phase called success. I became a CIO for US division. So if I have to summarize this, with my 25 plus years of experience, I worked multiple roles in IT as a consultant, programmer, architect, project manager, delivery lead, and head of data analytics as well. And my education, as I mentioned, I had engineering and MBA from Michigan Ross School of Business, and also another executive certificate equal to another MBA from MIT Sloan School. And I have got bunch of certifications, which are industry proven. There are standards for specific domains in IT. And also, I'm a member of Forbes Technology Council. Why I'm saying all those things? Not to just impress you, but more importantly, to share that the journey what I went through, can I help you with that? If I had the right mentor and guidance, I could have saved easily 5 to 10 years. So that's why I developed this Fast Track IT Leadership Career Program. And here is a few comments from people who went through this program. Venkata says, thanks much for sharing high-level view of CIO role, its responsibilities, and how do we get there. It's really exciting. I really enjoyed all the content of the videos and felt as such I am in that role, looking down the enterprise from the top, being with the business. And Deeptikesh says, I'm really enjoying and consuming your great piece of content created. This is simply amazing, and I can see the work behind the curtain. And similarly, Sahil Arya, who's a CIO, he says Future CIO Club is highly recommended. Just completed the session and found very interesting. It contains all the aspects of becoming a successful CIO. If you are willing to move to CIO or IT director role, you have to get to this course. And similarly, other people saying all these courses they took and they're saying it's amazing. So let's start with the secret number one. There are no shortcuts to success in leadership career, but there is a fast track. What do I mean by this? Let's look at organization leadership progression levels. There are 5 levels. Level 1 is individual contributors. Level 2 are managers. Level 3 are directors. Level 4 are VP and CXO. And level 5 is CEO, which is top of the company. No matter whether it is a $1 billion company or $10 billion company, we could group all the levels into these 5. And managers have reports from individual contributors. Directors managing managers and other people, right? So the important question here is how many years you have to spend at each level to progress to another level. Is everybody working same number of years before go to the next level? Is there a rule book saying that someone has to work as a manager for 10 years to become a director? Same thing. Director has to work another 5 years to become a vice president? There's no rule like that. I have witnessed myself with people who progressed their career so fast. Few years back, there was a lady joined a company, and she was relatively new to ABAP SAP programming world. She learned from my friends who were working along with her, but within a couple of years, she became a work lead for them. And after 2 years, she became a supervisor, and then she went out of the company and became a director. And after 4 or 5 years, she became a vice president. Now she is a CIO for one of the pharma company. So the reason I'm sharing that is there are a lot of people who cannot make to the top easily, but there are many people who are able to do it. So what is the difference? That means they are doing something good. They are doing something right to fast track their career, and they are progressing. So that proves that fast track career is possible. So my goal here is to help you understand between these two different zones: zone of survival and struggle, and zone of impact, growth, and contribution. If individual contributors and managers, their focus are doing the work right, but who's deciding which work to work on? That is directors and vice presidents. That is what I call zone of impact. That is where you can grow and also contribute, and where you are deciding what is the right work. Let's do the right work. So how can I help you to move from this zone of survival and struggle to zone of impact? That is where my program came into picture. But before I talk further on this, why climbing up the corporate ladder is not easy? Okay, so let's look into this thing. It depends on your experience. It is a fact. It depends on your experience and also your core skills. What are you good at? And your special skills. What separates you from others? That is your special skills. And are the skills enough for you to move up to the corporate ladder in technology? Not really. It also depends on your confidence and your ability to showcase your value. And that's what I call as internal barriers. Now, after that, is that sufficient? There are external barriers too. Even if you're good at both skills and showcasing yourself, there are barriers from outside. What about your company, corporate leaders, and the size of the company, and situation, and the culture of the company? If they are not in favor, you won't be able to progress in the career at corporation where you're working. So even if the company is not doing good, you have to look outside, right? So what about the market is not doing good? And there are limited available opportunities in the place where you are. So these are all the real barriers. So that is why it is not easy to climb up. So what we need to learn is how to overcome internal barriers and how to navigate around external barriers. What happens if we don't overcome internal barriers and learn to navigate external barriers? That is how I would say traditional career path. If I have to put this career trajectory, traditional career trajectory, on x-axis you are seeing 10 to 40 years. That is average anybody has work life. And on the left side you are seeing level 2, level 3, level 4. Let's say people who are having 15 plus years of experience, they are in this managerial role. They are leading people at some level, right? If they don't take control of these barriers, where would they end up in 5 years? And where would they end up in when they retire? That is not going to grow a lot. right? So question is, how do you want to get into zone of impact? So you have to take control of this career trajectory. And that is where I call there is a fast track path. What do I mean by this? How do we get this fast track path? It depends on three factors. The first factor is acquire top leadership mindset. I'm giving an airplane analogy. If you acquire this top leadership mindset, you don't act as a passenger in the airplane. You will transform yourself as a pilot of this journey. So, transforming from a passenger to a pilot. That is possible only when you acquire top leadership mindset. So what do I mean by this? This isn't about unethical shortcuts or pretending to be something you are not. It is about mastering the leadership mindset needed at the top levels, understanding their priorities, focusing on what truly matters, thinking strategically, and aligning your actions with key leadership goals. Then you will be able to answer these questions. What do the top leaders care about? How do they define strategic goals? How do they focus more on? What do they focus more on? How do they make decisions? How do they measure the success? Once you get all these answers, that means you are acquiring this top leadership mindset. Okay, so now that we covered this first secret, let's move on to second secret. What got you here won't get you there. Well, this sounds like a simple statement we all know, but what does it mean to us? Your career journey so far is not by accident. I'm sure you worked hard to get there. So what's the next step? What skills do you need to move up? Because I was in that situation. I was trying to figure it out. What skills do I need to have? And I went through certifications, MBA, coaching, courses. I went into multiple directions. And then one big thing which made difference is I started observing other leaders. What do they talk? What do they think? What skills they seem to have? What are they able to understand? How do they question? And with that, what I'm going to share here is, what is your next leadership role? And what skills do you think you need for that role? That is where getting fit for the next level leadership role. So having the top leadership mindset, but you need to have a skill set. What skills do I need to improve? What are the most important leadership skills? Do I need an MBA or certifications? How do I learn those required skills? And even am I good for that? This is all what was happening in my mind. But now with this program, what I'm saying here is the most second important factor is getting fit for the targeted next level leadership role. Okay. So what are those skills? And I'm talking about a lot of skill set here. So I grouped all these skills into three domains. Okay. To look at from a top IT leader point of view, to learn what are those right skills. The first is enterprise IT leadership. This is where you're acquiring a CIO skill set to align, plan, build, run. To align with the business, what do they want? Plan that business needs into projects and strategies and portfolios, and then build, execute those projects, develop capabilities to the business, and run service management, provide services to the business. So that is what top leaders view on the enterprise IT leadership. Once you need to acquire that skill set, not technically hands-on. Yes, people who are individual contributors, they need to have hands-on skill set. But if you want to grow as a leader in the information technology, you need to acquire this top-level leadership skill set of align, plan, build, run. Is it sufficient? No. There is a second skill domain called business acumen. Why do we need that? Because IT leaders work with the business, our customers, and we need to understand what is their mindset. Their mindset is, let's run the business, make sure operations are running efficiently, and then transform the business to do better, and grow the business to do more, to do new. So that is what I call business acumen. Once you have the business acumen, you will be able to collaborate with the business leaders, and you can speak their language, what they care about. Now, the third domain is people leadership. Every company, every business has one thing common, which is people. So it is not just getting the work done. It is about connecting, collaborating, and creating value. These are the three skill domains, what I call as a IT leadership triad. So once you understand and learn these three skill domains, then this is how you would transform into top IT leader skill set and mindset. You'll be able to stock strategy, develop strategy, and build capabilities for the businesses to run. Either it can be customer point of view or corporate functions or whichever business capability is required. And then run IT operations, provide services to the business, and make sure governance is there, which is aligning with the business and making sure budget planning and policies and practices and standards. And then partnership, collaborate with the business stakeholders, your partner with them and build relationship with them. And then leadership, get the work done by the team of people, and at the same time by external vendors and partners, and deliver the value to the business. That is what top IT leaders' skill set and mindset. Now, the question is, how would it help if you started thinking and acting like a CIO? Would you be seen as a confident? Would you be seen as a valued member? Would you be seen as eligible for next level leadership role? I think it would help a lot. So now let's move on to third secret. Hard work can make you walk faster, but smart and strategic work can make you fly. Okay, what do I mean by this? Why do many people get stuck in their career even with excellent technical skills, while some seems to shine no matter what? Is it because they are good at technical skills? No, many people are very good at technical skills. So what else is missing? And if you go back to our framework, we already covered mindset. We already covered the skill set required part of your getting fit for the next level leadership role. The third part here is making others believe you are fit for the role. If you don't have that, you would be having these questions. Why is my boss not recognizing me? How do I get promotion I deserve? How do I navigate the competition and organization politics? And what do I need to do for a better resume, leadership resume, and face the interviews, tell the stories? This is what is required, part of this third secret. And for that, the framework I developed called Leadership Career Accelerators. I call it as a FastTrack tool set as well. So it starts with first, strategic value contributions. Doing the work, anybody is doing, everybody is doing. But you need to be able to do the smart work and strategic work, which is considered as a value from top leadership. So you need to identify the skill gaps, what you have, and then acquire them on a faster pace. And engage in a smart work and strategic work, and with a top leader mindset. So you have a skill set, you have this strategic work you're contributing, you're giving value. That makes you build your personal brand, earning recognition and appreciation from your supervisors, superiors, demonstrating your readiness for the next level roles with unstoppable confidence. So your skill help you to contribute value. Value contribution help you to build the confidence, not only for you, for other people to see you're fit for the role. That's what we talk about personal branding and your ability to convey the work. For an individual contributors, their work can speak. We can say, yeah, this person did a great job. He worked well. But if you're growing as a leader, you need to talk about the work. Talk about the work functional outcomes, emotional outcomes. How is it making you feel? How is it helping for your team? How is it helping for your customers? So if you talk about work the right way, and you will start using these leadership languages of strategy and deliverables and all those things, then you're seen as a leader. You're seen as a ready for next level leadership role. And then finally, applying proven career advancement strategies, targeting positions either within or outside your current organization. So if I have to summarize, we covered 3 secrets of fast track leadership career. Secret number 1, there are no shortcuts to success in your leadership career, but there is a fast track. And we have established that with some example which I gave. And you can also even look at your corporation where you're working. Do you think everybody who are above you have the same level of experience? Not really. There's a difference, right? So people know what to do. Some people are going up on a fast track. And what got you here won't get you there. And we learned that we need skills. And those skill domains we divide into 3, which is enterprise IT leadership, business acumen, people leadership. If you acquire those 3 skills domains, you'll be able to make a progression. And then hard work can make you walk faster. Even with the right skills, it's not just hard work. You need to have smart and strategic work, which you can contribute the right way and also talk about your work so people can hear you and understand you and see you as a valued person. So if I had to put all these three things together, this is what I call FastTrack your IT leadership career framework, which is having mindset, skill set, and a tool set. I believe all these three are the key elements which could help you to fast track your career to become an IT director, even same thing for vice president or even eventually CIO as well. And it is not just about progressing in leadership career. It is also about feeling valued, helping others, and contributing. That's what I believe in. I know we covered a lot of information, and you might be thinking like drinking water from a fire hose. Let's take a pause. Let me ask you this question. Do you think by going through this program would help you? Can I make you an offer? Let me explain. I prepared this curriculum based on these 5 C's in my program. The first is consulting. I worked as a consultant, and which gave me unique opportunity to interact with multiple customers and multiple scenarios. So I gained a lot of experience with that. And then I'm working as a US CIO. So I have witnessed and performed and successfully executed top IT leadership role. And certifications. I have a bunch of certifications, industry proven certifications. And I'm part of multiple councils. One is Forbes Technology Council. I contribute to that as well. And then coaching. I have given coaching to many people. I took coaching from many people as well. So I learned a lot from others as well. So by combining all these 5 C's, I developed this curriculum which could help people to transform from where they are to the leadership path. So this curriculum has sections. First section is leadership mindset. This is where you look at 4 modules. You will look at top leaders mindset, CIO mindset, what is strategic mindset means, and how do you shift your mindset for a greater impact. And each one is a module here. And then the other one is business acumen, understanding the business. What are the business fundamentals from the top side, from the bottom side? What do they care about business operations means? And then business strategy. So it is essential for even IT leaders to understand business strategy. So I covered very detailed level frameworks. How do people use strategies? Even if you go for MBA, they teach you the same strategies. And that is one module here. Enterprise IT leadership. This is where we're moving into IT leadership of IT organization. What are the structures for IT organization? How many departments? What are the layers? And how do they function? What are their objectives? And IT governance, aligning with the business, enterprise architecture, risk management, portfolios, IT governance comes there. And then IT plan, build and run, which is strategy portfolio, projects and products, services and operations. And combining all these things, let's review a case study. That is a module there. Now, is it sufficient? No, we need to talk more about strategy. Strategy is a language for leaders. So we have to understand that. And then lead strategic transformation. And we look at a real case study as well. And people leadership starts with self-mastery. It's leadership within, right? Leader within. That's what it is. And then collaboration and leadership, which is another module. And then finally, leadership career accelerators, where you look at setting up your career strategy and learning about skill gaps and also top 10 leadership skills and improving your value, improving your brand and using them to level up internally or shooting up for land onto your dream job outside. Also, I looked at top 10 IT leadership roles for you. What are those top 10 IT director plus roles? Is it in application development or enterprise applications or cybersecurity, business intelligence? I went through all these possible 10 leadership roles in the last module. So with all these things, what am I offering here? When you enroll into this program, you will get access to FastTrack IT Leadership Career Program lifetime access. And also, you will be given 1-year Future CIO Club Gold membership access. And part of that, you will be part of a community of aspiring tech leaders. And monthly webinars, you will be having leadership, career information, or Q&A as well. And eventually, I may start this into weekly or bi-weekly. And newsletters, And also you'll be having access to Director's Vault, which is basically some other courses, ebooks, templates, and reference materials, which is growing over the period. So what would be the appropriate cost for this or investment for this? Would it help $10,000? Let's say if this saved 1 year of your career journey, you would make that ROI out of it, right? But I'm not going to charge that much as well. So the course fee here is $3,000, but I'm not even going to charge for that. So you can schedule a call. You will see that it is the investment is worth to get into this program. So you might be thinking, would it work for me? It works no matter which IT profile you have, whether you're a programmer or system administrator or architect, or you're already working as a manager, business analysts, scrum masters, data engineers, ERPs, or business consultants, as long as you are working with information technology domain and you could utilize this to grow into IT leader. If that's aligning to your passion, that's aligning with your current experience. Also, you might be having some questions. Let me quickly go through some questions here. I can get most of the info from YouTube. Where do I invest in this program? Well, I won't say, yes, you will get a lot of information, but can you use them for your transformation? So you need to invest in the right programs to transform. You pay when you pay. When you pay attention when you pay. That's what they say. So I spent a lot of money and I was able to take advantage of that. And I believe sometimes we have to invest in our growth. It doesn't happen by accident. What if I don't have a leadership title at present? Will this course be useful to me? If you are listening to this video, that means you are having at least 10 plus or 15 plus years of experience. That means you can use the skills, what you're going to learn to grow your career. How long will I have access to this course? You will be having lifetime access. If I have questions, how can I get them answered? You will be part of Future CEO Club Gold membership. That means you will be having access to a community where you can answer someone else's questions and your questions get answered too. And also there are going to be periodical sessions where you can do Q&A, and I or my team members will be able to answer those questions to you. So your questions will get answered. Are there downloadable materials for offline reference? As I mentioned, there are a lot of downloadable materials, which includes PDFs, checklist, even there are some quiz also which you can take for self-assessment on this course. Do I get a recognizable course certificate for my career purpose? Yes. Many people are using the certificate for their career and they're even posting on LinkedIn as well. I'm not ready at present. Can I come back later? Yes, you can come back later. It's I respect your decision. But when you come back later, obviously the price and the package, what you're seeing now may not be the same. It may be different, and the price might be more than double than what I'm offering at present. So I was stuck, but you don't have to. I was stuck for more than 10 years. I was hoping for someone to guide me. I thought I needed an MBA and certifications. I had many ups and downs. Finally, I figured it out and made the progress I always wanted. Now I want to teach that with my FastTrack IT leadership program. So the question here is, are you ready to accelerate your leadership career? If you say answer to this is yes, then check the information below and schedule a call or use the button to check out.